Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Tomorrow night starts what we call March Madness, college basketball playoffs for the national championship, and 65 college teams throughout the country will start competing tomorrow night. But there's one team that won't be there, and probably those 65 teams are glad this team is not there. It's not a college team, it's a high school team, and they're from Yates Senior High School in Houston, Texas. They are now ranked the #1 high school basketball team in the United States by USA Today and Rivals.com. The Yates Lions have won 58 consecutive basketball games in a row going since last year, and 2 Texas State championships in 4A basketball. They have defeated their opponents by an awesome amount of points. They have won games by 88 points, 90 points, 98 points, 99 points, 115 points, and 135 points against the opposition. And that is just the margin of victory in those games. In one game this year, on January the 5th, 2010, they scored 170 points in a high school basketball game, breaking the national record. It's an 18-year record set of scoring, and yes, they scored 170 points in one game. No wonder they weren't invited to the big March Madness starting tomorrow night in college basketball games. And they not only set the national record for consecutive games won over 100 points, they finished the season averaging 116 points per game, taking that title away that was 40 years old from a Hobbs, New Mexico high school team. They scored 100 points in 26 basketball games this year. They are a foe to be reckoned with. They have no competition in high school basketball anywhere in the United States. They employ a strategy that's called 38 minutes of hell. It's a run-and-gun offense where the coach, Coach Greg Wise of Houston, Texas, plays all 15 players. 5 at a time, he puts them in, they run and gun up and down the basketball court. He pulls them out, pulls another 5 in, and throughout the game. And by the end of the game, of course, the other team is dragging. They're out of breath, out of energy, and they're out of points. And, of course, Yates High School basketball team wins the game. In the state championship this year, going into the fourth quarter, they were behind by 24 points. They had a little conversation with their coach before the fourth quarter started, and they won the game by 23 points. And I want to commend this wonderful group of young men who live in Houston, Texas, for their zeal, their energy, and for representing really what is good about high school sports, not only in the state of Texas, but throughout the United States. And congratulate them on being the #1 basketball team, high school basketball team in the United States. Way to go, Lions. And that's just the way it is.